Hi everybody, I'm Chris and this is Chris Collects. I wanted to come on here and tell you a little bit about myself and talk a little bit about what this channel is going to be. One of the things you're going to notice is that I might sometimes talk about my mental health. And that's because this is a big part of why I'm doing this channel, why I'm putting these videos out. I do suffer from depression and complex PTSD. Complex PTSD is a newer diagnosis from the last few years where it's basically a diagnosis of PTSD, but from recurring, repeated trauma of the same kind over a long period of time. Think child abuse, think mental abuse, neglect, things like that. I'm not going to get into why I had that diagnosis. That's between me and my therapist. But I want you to know I'm doing well. I'm getting the help I need, and I'm healthy. And I wanted to show you that mental health is a big part of the community, and I want you to know that it's okay. You'll be okay. It gets better. One of the things that I have expressed as part of my diagnosis and my suffering has been with collecting. I have developed a hoarder mentality where I have to have everything. The FOMO, the fear of missing out, is real. And that's something I'm addressing with my therapist. Excuse me, I gotta take a quick drink. So, that is something I'm addressing in therapy. But one thing I that came up from therapy was a question of, and it's going to be something that's going to be a big theme in this channel, is what do you do with all this stuff? We're collectors. We all have bins or boxes piled up somewhere. It might not be to the extent that I have, where it's kind of overwhelming, but we all have them. We all get our collections. We put them in bins. Like, okay, I'm going to do something with that later. It's going to be really cool. Well, this is later, and that's what I'm doing with my collection. The point is to, one, cull my collection, get down to what I actually really want, because I went hard into army building. I went hard into lines that I thought at the time were interesting, and I went deeper than I thought I wanted to go. I've collected things that I don't really have an interest in anymore, things of that nature. So I'm going to be doing three basic things with this collection of videos. I want to curate this for myself for maximum enjoyment. So I'm treating it somewhat like a museum, in that I want to have exhibits or displays or collections that are focused, that are centered on things that I enjoy, and that really, are something that I want to have around. So, one of those things is collecting. I've got three C's. So, collect, curate, catalog. So, collecting, that's easy. That's going out, getting stuff, you know, selling it, buying, selling, trading, that sort of stuff. So, part of that is going out, finding what I want, that's going to fit into my collection, deciding what that collection is going to be and how it's going to look. The second is curating, which is, again, it's going to be taking that collection. It's going to be more of taking the collection and saying, okay, what else do I want to add to this? What doesn't belong in this? Is this a collection that I want to actually keep? Or is it time to move it on to another museum, to somebody else? And then the third thing is cataloging. It's just basically keeping track, keeping a record of everything that I have and what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, things like that. So that's basically the reason for this channel. What I'm planning to do with this stuff, beyond the collect, curate, and catalog, is I want to set up displays. We've got beautiful shelves. You can't see any of them because I've got shelves all around the top of this room. You can't see them because I've got stuff everywhere, but I've got display spaces. And what I'm finding a lot of people are doing is I like action figure photography. And I like looking at people's displays and what they're creating. And what I want to do is take a collection. For example, I have a lot of the Super 7 Ultimates Thundercats figures. I've got Cat Slayer, I've got the Thunder Tank, I've got a lot of the figures. I want to set that up as a centerpiece in this space and build around that, set up the figures, play with them, and create a centerpiece to my collection where, like, look at this, this is really cool. Come in, play with them, battle them out, take pictures, take videos, things like that. I want to set up shelf displays of smaller things. For example, might be Mythic Legions, some of my knights, set those up. But I also want to curate these into collections that I rotate out on a regular basis, because let's be honest, we're not all just going to keep what we can display. And if you're one of those people that can do that and has the discipline, and like, if I can't fit it on my shelves, I don't have it, or something has to go, bless you. You are a stronger person than I am, and a stronger person than a lot of us. So we're all going to have a backlog of, or a back inventory of things. My back inventory is a lot bigger than I think most people's, so I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff. But through that's going to be through curating and going through some of the bins that that I've got here, going through some of the stuff that's boxed and like, do I want to open this? Do I want to keep it? Do I need to put it somewhere? And things like that. So I want to rotate stuff out on a regular basis so that it becomes like a museum, where you go into a museum and like, oh, hey, we've got a new Van Gogh exhibit, and it's all these new, we haven't seen these in this region before. We got all these paintings to show, or look at this, we've got a new American Civil War display, or American Revolution, or a collection of modern art, or just something just to change it out, to change my shelves every once in a while so that it stays fresh, keeps my interest, and it also helps me to curate and cull stuff that I might not, necessarily want. So if I can build it into a collection, a smaller, tighter collection, like say within the G.I. Joe classified line, I've got ideas to put together like a HISS tank crew, and like all the stuff that comes with that, with a Stinger and the mobile missile system and stuff like that. Things like that I could put on a shelf and then tick them out, put them in a box, and like, okay, this is the HISS stuff. Okay, put that away. And then next time I want to bring out, I want to put Silverhawks out. So I'll bring out the Silverhawks, put those up, take those down, and like, I want to put up, Monster Force, or I want to bring out some of my 6-scale figures, or I want to set up, I'm going to take the Cat Slayer down and build a Lego city. That's something else I want to do. So that's kind of the point of this channel, is to not only do the haul videos where I get new stuff, not only do the tub dives where I get into my bins. I'm not going to steal Robo's name, but the Tales from the Tub. But I was big on the tub tales, but I don't have big tubs, I have little bins. So we're going to go through my bins, see what I have, see what I'm filtering out to sell, what I'm going to keep, how I'm going to organize them, how to catalog them all, take you through the process of going through what I use to store all my stuff. A lot of it is in these Plymore bags, different sizes. They're 4 mil. Nice heavy-duty acid-free bags. I also put I got some Avery printable inkjet business cards. They're like 10 to a sheet. I just pull those apart, write on here what's in it, stick it in the bag with the figure. Things like that. I want to show you how I'm cataloging things, how I'm curating things, and how I'm cutting back on all this, because at the end of the day, are you really am I really enjoying it when it's all sitting here in these bins? And I'm not, and I want to. So I want to curate this for maximum enjoyment, not just for myself, but for my family that lives here. Make it a showpiece for when people come over to visit and be like, hey, check this out. Oh, I put up a new display. You guys want to see it? So ultimately, at the end of the day, this channel is about me. It's about my mental health. It's about getting my stuff in order. And I'm not out to make money. I'm not out for views. I'm not out for clicks. I'm not out for anything like that. This is just an exercise for me as a way to answer that question of what do you do with all this stuff? And this is my answer. This is what I came up with for me. If you want to join me for the ride, please like and subscribe. I'm going to have some really cool stuff in the works that I think is cool. I've got some other things planned. It's going to be a long process. It's going to be a lot of boring stuff that you might not be interested in, but please stick around because I think I'm going to have helpful ideas for people. But again, this is for me. I'm not looking to make money. I'm not looking to monetize or anything like that. So this is an exercise in discipline and control, and just something fun that I've wanted to try for a while. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you watching this. If you are a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much. If you're watching my videos, thank you so much for the views. I really appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me that people are watching. I'm not just throwing this out into the ether and just not paying attention to it. I am watching the views and things. So if you have suggestions for what I could do better to show you what I'm doing, if you have suggestions on things you want to see, like I've got a big comic book collection, I'm going to be culling and sorting through that. That'll be kind of a thing. I've also got, let me flip through my notes here. I've got ideas for different types of videos, but I've got different collections. I've got 1/6 scale, I've got 1/12 scale, I've got 1/18 scale, which was my original G.I. Joe scale, comics, Legos, action figures, model kits. I've got some prop replicas, a lot of different stuff that I'm going to be going through, collecting, curating, cataloging, and putting it somewhere, and to help myself answer the question, what are you doing with all this stuff? And then I can point to this channel and say, right here, this is what I'm doing. Point to my shelves and say, this is what I'm doing with all this stuff. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. And I will see you next time. Thank you.